Hello, everybody. Welcome back to QuartzieCast. It's been 2 months. Unfortunately, um, the others could not make it, so I'm doing a collaborative effort with Dipshit.
Better known now as Dippy147.
Yeah. We originally had a collab planned for a Stovia video, but that fell through because the audio was being a fucking ass.
And also, I'm not a commentary YouTuber anymore.
Yeah, he quit because of the Stovia shit.
I didn't quit just because of the Stovia shit. Although that was a pretty big factor. I mainly quit just because I don't want to get popular by just shitting on people. Like, a commentary I found that is definitely not my strong suit, because it's probably some of the most lazy content you can make. If you don't like put production value into it. I'm much more fond of the content I put on my second channel, but nobody fucking watched that.
Why not just post all your second channel videos onto your main and I'll promote it?
Nah, I think from now on I'm gonna do like actually entertaining content. I also have a little bit of an ARG planned, which stemmed out of the fucking Muffin Man thing. More information on that later. Anyway, yeah. Hi, my name is
So,
Dippy147, and I'm a fucking idiot.
yeah. Before we get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, I just want to say one thing. So did you hear about the Lola Bunny redesign?
No.
They redesigned Lola Bunny in Space Jam
Hmm. Is it good?
because no, far from good.
Oh, well, fuck.
I'll send you a picture in the DMs, but all you need to know is it's not. I mean, I can see where they were going, but that's not the way to do it.
Okay.
Also, I might as well formally announce that I do have another video planned on Vivzy Pop Club, so be sure to stay tuned to that.
Okay, what? Why?
So,
Why ear go left? Why?
anyways, so I guess we're going to be doing a Hazbin focused episode for today.
Yeah, because I'm technically not even a part of that fucking shitty community anymore. So might as well just get all my grievances out and why I did that.
Also, if you hear the sound of a bag, it's because Dip's eating Cheetos or Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be nonchalantly eating Cheez-Its throughout this episode, don't mind it.
I'll just be chugging NyQuil to get drunk then. Self-destructive behavior. Anyways, I guess what should we discuss first when it comes to this shit?
I mean, I think mainly the most relevant thing on your channel is the Stovia thing.
Yeah, so
Because
we can
you've
discuss
been
that.
really pumping that out. At this point, I really don't give a shit about Stovia. I don't give a shit about, their shitty opinions. I don't give a shit about their defenses. I'm just so exhausted of seeing all these arguments. And there's a very clear difference between discussions and arguments. I feel like a lot of times it's always just arguing about who's better. Because, and I mentioned this earlier, but I never actually put it on like a public state. If you look at all of this Soviet drama from an outside perspective, we have two conflicting points. One side says that fiction doesn't affect people, and one side says they do. And as many things as they have to back those things up, they're never going to get anywhere. So the arguments are just getting really exhausting. And I've stopped trying to argue because it's just so fucking dumb. Seeing like, no, they don't affect people. Yeah, they do. No, they don't. It's over and over again. It's just back and forth argument that's never going to get anywhere. And then once someone blocks the other, they act like they've won. It's just so dumb.
Yeah, I've seen Sand Cypher's Twitter.
Yeah, yeah. You
There's a lot
can
of blocking.
scroll down on Sandcypher's Twitter, and it's literally just arguments. And it's so sad. It's like seeing people that just argue all the time. It's actually fucking like, are you okay? Do you have things to do? I have, if you need, I have things that might help you. If you're doing all right, man, you
One of them
know,
is therapy.
uh, cause it's like it's so like what you could literally do anything better with your time than argue with people over fucking Hazbin Hotel.
So yeah, let's get to like Stovia in and of itself and discuss that for a bit.
So it's always like fiction does it. The main two arguments are fiction does and doesn't hurt people. And in my opinion, I do think fiction can be affected, can definitely affect people. And the reason that things aren't like insane is because, you know, a lot of times it is in moderation. My problem is that it's technically CP, but they get a pass because it isn't really realistic enough to get them in jail. Because to be fair, they are fucking owls. So yeah,
I think that's the only thing we can give them a pass for. But other than that,
yeah. That's why like people can't get arrested for lolly porn because that shit's
actually, I think
disgusting.
people have gotten arrested for that shit.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's a lot of like types of lolly porn, and I don't think it's realistic enough because it's anime, so they can't like legally go to jail, which is dumb. But hey, whatever.
I'm imagining that somebody from the Stovia community or someone else is gonna take that out of context and try to cancel you with it.
Bruh. Yeah, no. At this point, I don't really care. I don't want any more beef. You can have your opinions. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Because last time I tried to show someone, or talk to someone about an opinion, like arguing with Sand Cipher, last time I asked for an opinion, or asked to stop arguing because we had our own opinions and they were conflicting, so what? He simply said absolutely not. Like, what? Why? What? Do you not have anything better to do with your life? Absolutely not. Like, can I not have my own opinion? Can you just fucking leave me alone?
I think the whole problem with Stovia isn't just like the concept in of itself is just like incest and involving a 17-year-old, someone who isn't even an adult. Because the thing is, there is a definition for child that exists all around the world. Somebody who is not an adult, 18, is adult.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's like a fictional dad is still a dad. A fictional mom is still a mom. A fictional character is still a character. And characters definitely do have an effect on people outside of the show. Even if it's
Yes.
really mundane sometimes, it still happens.
And one thing that they don't realize is it can affect reality, the shit they're posting. And that is because people are legitimately getting triggered by it. There are people with triggers, and they get triggered by shit like incest.
Then their defense for that is that it doesn't, they were not forced to look at it, or they, like
The
fucking.
thing is, they're spreading it around on their fucking Twitter and appears on people's timelines. People are gonna look at it either way.
Yeah, like the least you could do is like not post it publicly.
Or, like, at least give it trigger warnings or some shit.
Yeah, like
If
that
you are
that
gonna post
shit
those, if you're gonna
does not belong on Twitter, but rather Rule 34.
yeah. Even then, it doesn't belong on Rule 34 because it's still porn of an underage character.
So I just think it's really dumb that, yeah,
Yeah, so one problem I have with Stovia shippers is some of the shit that they can say sometimes. Like, I've had people in my comment section, like I've discussed this in my latest video, where I talk about how pissed off I am with people like Sandcipher and Grishnex and all that shit. It's like I'm tired of seeing the shit in my comment section that's like, oh, it's fictional characters. I've even had people try to call me a fucking hypocrite, saying that I've been partaking in the spreading of bestiality all because I've retweeted some fucking furry shit.
yeah,
That's how low they're willing to go.
Wait, no, because I remember if they're really trying to get on you for bestiality, I remember them saying that. I remember like the initial Stovia account retweeting something saying that not all furries are zoophiles. So if they're trying to get on you for bestiality, then this is a top hat moment. This is I put on a top hat and I say you're a fucking hypocrite because you say that not all furries are zoophiles, so you shouldn't get on someone's ass for bestiality.
Like, it wasn't even like I was partaking in bestiality. I don't believe in that shit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. If you're legit trying to argue, Zuri's not all furries are zoophiles, which is true. Not all furries want to fuck actual animals, and
I
you're
beg to
trying
differ,
to.
but that's just my opinion because I fucking hate furries.
It's like, yeah, not all of them want to fuck actual animals, but then again, the people that do, they're fucking disgusting. With
Yeah.
Stovia, they argue that not all like lolly shit is pedophilia. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Um.
right, here's what I want to say. With Stovia, there's like a whole fucking dilemma with it. Like,
Mhm.
with the two sides, it goes deeper than that. You have people on one side who are willing to put the actual villains here on blast, and there's people who are trying to claim harassment. For example, again, my comment section and on my Twitter, I have people blasting me with tweets on my feed.
Here's the thing. This all started from fucking from Sand Cipher quote tweeting your like tweet on a meme. This all started from that, and it just like Sand Cipher tries to get on people like you for targeted harassment because you're saying, hey, go report this account. When he himself is literally the guy who spends hours upon hours a day arguing with people and sending their followers for a targeted attack. I remember when I got into an argument with Sand Cipher, his friends and followers got on my ass, and they even went through my profile and found some irrelevant tweets and then tried to start an argument up with that. I remember this one guy, I forgot his name, but he had like femboy Hitler as his fucking profile picture. Went all the way back to when I quote tweeted the girl who was being bullied for being straight. And quote tweeted that solely to start an argument about Stovia. Like, please, come on, man.
Like, what the fuck? That wasn't even about Stovia. That was just quote tweeting a tweet about, not bullying straight people.
Like, Sand Cipher is the type of person who searches up Stovia, he filters it in his Twitter, and then he just goes and finds people that disagree with it and just fucking harasses and argues with them constantly.
And like, I discussed this other thing as well. He went after a 14-year-old named Fluffy Tealy.
And there is proof of that. You can fucking go look.
Yeah, his public Twitter. Although the tweets may be deleted because Fluffy had to delete her Twitter. But I even posted screenshots of that shit.
Yeah, so it's so fucking stupid.
With speaking of ships involving Octavia, like, let's discuss Luna and Octavia.
I really don't want to.
Me either. I'm just going to say Luna is about 18 or older.
And there's that is very clear because of what was said in episode
Basically every
3.
episode.
Yeah.
And one
I mean,
thing I want to
hey,
mention.
at least it's not as bad as fucking Stovia because I mean, like if Octavia is 17 and I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say that fucking Luna's 19, at least it's not as bad as fucking uh, Stovia. I can get behind Luna and Octavia because that's literally the same grade in high school. But Stovia, that's where the line goes. No.
And you do have a point there. One thing I want to One thing that I don't know about is like why Stovia defenders keep trying to push it, despite the fact that people are like visibly angry and they're legit telling them and letting them know that they do not want Stovia in the Hazbin community.
Yeah. And I feel
And
like,
they
and
continue to
this
show
is
up.
just the general problem with like making videos and making Twitter threads about it, is like, you, how do I put this? It's like, the more you argue, the more exposure the other side is going to get, and vice versa for Stovia defenders. The more you argue with people who hate the ship, the more exposure they're gonna get. But that's not like you're helping them at all. It's just giving more people to argue with. Like, it is just a constant loop. Like, you argue with someone, they get exposure, they come back and argue with you, you get exposure, and repeat the cycle. You know,
Until
it's
one gives up.
yeah. And then when someone is blocked, then they act like it's a win. Like, I can't stress this enough. It is not a win. I am just tired of your shit. It's not that I don't have any points to make anymore. It's just that I'm tired of seeing, you blocked me, you little pussy bitch. Like, shut up.
Yeah, I mean, I also don't plan on making a part 4 unless I absolutely have to, because there's not much I have left to talk about.
Yeah, you've illustrated your point pretty fucking well.
Anyways, now that we've dealt with that disaster, until I eventually decide to bring it up again, let's talk about some shit in the has-been community or some other hell of a boss related shit that's
Oh
probably
yeah, what the
happened.
fuck happened with Alex? I never fully watched that video. I got a couple minutes in and I had to go fucking jack off to a fridge. So what happened with that?
Alright, first off, I want to know how the hell did you do that? Second,
It's called the
second,
coffee maker, okay, Nora? You wouldn't understand.
Alright, and second, here's like a full rundown that I'm gonna give you and the people who haven't watched the video. Basically, Alex was a toxic person who posted graphic art about Charlie holding Vaggy's decapitated head and going
Oh,
after
right, now
Chaggy
I remember,
shippers and all
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, and then I remember actually, I think it's in media. You posted a Twitter thread that they made, and we just went through it and shitted on them. Yeah.
I mean, I guess we can discuss Alex a little bit further. What are your opinions?
If you go to her initial Twitter thread, I can't find it right now, but if you go to their initial Twitter thread, you can literally see, like, exact conflicting statements in the same sentence. It is the stupidest shit ever. You could have done literally anything to to stop that, and yet you didn't. You know, like, it's so you can tell by looking at the Twitter threads that they make, it is done on impulse.
This is kind of the problem that people had with Shadbase. I don't know if you know who Shadbase is.
No, I don't.
They drew a lot of lewd art of underage characters, and eventually they decided that they would stop doing that because of the hate. Alex could have taken the route a long time ago, and they did, just a little bit too late.
Yeah. Jeez. Hypocrisy at its finest.
And it's
So,
like,
so on one hand, in this Twitter thread with Nervous Alex, you have, calm down, dear, go outside and take a breath of fresh air. And then literally in, like, not even a couple threads down, it says, to be honest, it makes me sick. And then she goes on another rage thread. Like, this thread is the most unorganized shit. And it is the funniest thing. Just to see how, like, uncontrolled they are. It's the funniest shit. So, yeah.
and they even went that they were putting a firm ban on commissions for two ships, Shaggy and Radio Dust.
Like,
Like, are you seriously that much of a
I
fucking
wasn't.
snowflake?
I was not like I'm not too fond of ships in general. I fucking hate like ships. This might just be because I'm asexual, but like I genuinely don't like ships, to be honest. And fucking it is the funniest shit seeing like seeing you get so angry over the ships, like, bruh. This isn't Stovia. It's so hypocritical because you get mad at things like, how do I put it? You get mad at things like Charlister, or not Charlister, Chaggy and other ships, but but whenever someone ships something else, it comes down to like you drawing very graphic art of decapitating Vaggie. I don't give a shit. I think ships are disgusting, and I'm always gonna go after them. But like, bruh, drawing decapitated art is that's where it that's where it goes. Fucking, you're crazy, man.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I feel like there's not much more I can do to shit on them. In all honesty,
I
it's
could care less about them hating on shippers. I do that all the fucking time with Stovia. Like drawing decapitated art is where the line goes. The line crosses.
being a toxic ass shipper is where the line is drawn. Not just you
Yeah,
drawing lore.
the fucking Hazbin community is toxic shit.
It's even like they even drew a drawing back in December of last year where like Charlie's about to kill Vaggie or some shit. Like, what the fuck?
I dropped a cheese it on my crotch.
And it's like, oh, there's a bunch of toxic Chaggy shippers and all that shit. You're the one who's being a toxic Charlister shipper.
Yeah, it's ships are so specific, bruh.
All right, what else?
What else is there drama about?
Vivsy Pop Club. Then again, I am making a video on that, and I don't want to spoil it.
Hmm. Yeah, no. I mean, okay, we all fight about Stovey and all this bullshit, but can we all please agree that just Whimsy Pop Club sucks ass?
Yes.
Because they are. I do not give a shit what they say because, they advertise it all as fan made. It is literally. You are literally putting effort into clickbaiting your shitty fan compilation.
Oh shit. I was just scrolling through Twitter and I actually found another toxic Charlister shipper.
Oof. So I guess Nervous Alex was just the popular one. Because,
Yeah.
this community suck.
So I think you mentioned in your Stovia video about people were saying that any anti-Stovia was just bullying this one Spanish guy or whatever.
What do you mean?
I think you mentioned in your Stovia video about I guess like Stovia shippers are like, oh, you're just bullying this one Spanish guy or whatever who was like running the main account.
Oh, yeah. Someone, back when that video was up, someone commented on the video saying, hey, I don't think it's really fun to make fun of them because of their make fun of their English because you can tell that they're obviously not from America. And to that I say, just go on Grishnax's Twitter. They spend all of their time shitting on Americans, and I will admit, America is a fucking bad country. But if you make
Yes.
fun of other races, then I get to make fun of yours.
Yes.
If we're gonna
The
be,
line goes both ways.
yeah,
Although it took a lot of fucking what's it called? It took a lot of fucking willpower to not make a Hispanic directed joke despite me being Hispanic.
yeah.
I'm not a racist. It took a lot of willpower not to do it back.
No, is she gonna try and cancel me for being racist? Because I said that? Because at this point, they'll stoop to anything just to argue.
I
It's
think
not
one
even.
thing we can talk about is like just in general, just people who are underage, like under the age of 13, just
Hmm.
watching like shows like Helluva Boss and all that shit.
I generally
Because
don't
yeah,
think that's that bad. I do think, however, there was a drama that like got really lively. Was the whole Lucifer Arts drama where they were posting. They are under 18 and they were posting things. They were posting NSFW shit. I don't think under 18 and watching Hell of a Boss is bad. I honestly don't give a shit. However, posting and sending rule not okay art to people, that's where the line crosses.
on Lucifer Arts.
Do you not remember that drama?
No.
Oh, on Twitter, there was someone who found out that they were a minor and they were posting the shit out of Rule 34. Uh, and they were drawing it mainly, and that's where all the problems were, is that they were drawing it and sending it to people. I think that drama's resolved now. That shit's like a week old anyways. I just brought it up in my mind because that was one of the main dramas.
I think one thing that we can talk about, because it just popped back into my mind, is the hate on Vivzy and all that shit that's been going on lately.
Castle culture? Yeah.
Like, you have people that are legit going after going after Vivzy because Hazbin's taking fucking forever. I just want to say one thing that people have to understand. Animation takes time.
Here's a little bit of hyperbole. Not a hyperbole. Uh, I'm gonna use hyperbole for something else in this podcast, but it's like, how about you yourself, and get a couple of your friends, and try to animate an entire show, 30 minutes for each episode for a whole ass season. Just do that. And try and animate that.
Yeah, here's the
Yeah,
thing.
how long is that gonna take?
Think like Family Guy, they state themselves that it takes about a year to make an entire episode.
Yeah. And it did take a year to make Hazbin, so.
Oh wait, each episode takes about like 10 months to a year because it's
Yeah.
hand drawn, but still.
So that's just really dumb. Also, people have been canceling VisiPop for following the creator of like American Dad or something on Twitter.
Seth MacFarlane.
I think that's really dumb. But at this point, you can get canceled for literally anything. People are trying to cancel a Minecraft YouTuber for screaming, which is the whole Dream Indigenous bullshit, which is stupid. Like, if you can... How low do you have to go? If you're canceling a Minecraft YouTuber for screaming, then the world's fucked. I imagine a future where we're literally not going to be able to do anything. You'll be able to swear, but you won't be able to say, like, basic terms, like thing, or society, or you'll get, or the punishment will be death. If, like, we create a world based off of the logic of these people in cancel culture, and their wants are the laws, then our society would be fucked. Because then we would not be able to speak most of all terms. You would only be able to swear with express permission. Saying any type of slur or just term that might be like, might have some sort of controversy behind it is going to be punishable by death. Like, it's so dumb.
One thing that we should also talk about is what's been going on with the show Hazbin.
Oh yeah, didn't Matt Pat? Didn't he say he was gonna make a game theory on it, or a film theory?
It's like not even anyone. Right, so people are going after Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss for saying offensive shit. Like, I know that was like a long time ago, but I might as well bring it up now, because when the fuck am I ever gonna bring it up?
I mean, to be fair, this shit happens all the time. It's inevitable at this point. Just deal with it. And it's like, ah, shit.
How
Someone
have
said
we as a
something.
society that have grown up doing shit like playing GTA and watching South Park get triggered by a demon legit saying, I don't touch the gays?
Yeah, I know. If one of these Twitter fucking girls, what I want to do is I just want to have one of these Twitter girls download Modern Warfare 2. Can we travel back in time to like 2016 and just put
2009,
them in the voice
2016.
chat? Just put them in the voice chat. They would not handle it. By the end of that game, they would be having a seizure and crying because they were they were being bullied too much.
Like, here's the thing. The whole point of shows like South Park and Has Been is to be offensive for the point of dark humor.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, South Park likes to make a lot of jokes about social justice and feminism. And also a lot of jokes about deceased people.
Mhm.
And they do not get canceled for that shit. They have said a lot of racist shit in the past in the show, and nobody has tried to cancel them. So why the hell, in the year 2021, are we trying to cancel a show about demons who will say or do anything except sleep with their family members? We do not tolerate that shit, but still.
Yeah. So it's fucked.
People are legit trying to claim homophobia with a show that legit has gay characters in it.
Bruh.
Like, hello? Alistair is asexual, Charlie is bisexual, Angel Dust is androgynous. Need I say more?
Remember, people were trying to cancel a Hell of a Boss months ago because Blitz said the word retard.
I forgot when that was.
Hmm. 'Cause here's the thing, right? Is that like, and this is I'm quoting from the big man Ian here. Some of you YouTube historians who've been here since 2017 will immediately get this reference. But one of the biggest points in critical thinking is that the more you do something, the less it is going to mean to you. When I first heard the word faggot, I thought about how awful that sounded, and I thought about how like just generally bad that was. But I have used it so much now as a joke that it means fucking nothing to me. And I can say that for literally any other slur. Is that if you just stopped talking about it and stopped having a general problem with it, then it would mean fucking nothing. And you would be able to it would not be a relevant topic. So, yeah, no, that's my opinion on that.
Apparently, like, people are going after Vivzy because she drew some art. Like, who the fuck hasn't?
Yeah. I mean,
It's like people trying to cancel Rebecca Sugar for something that she did back in the past, and it's like, why?
here's the thing, and I think the people on Twitter are getting mixed up. There's a difference between cancel culture and criticism. If you do something in the past, you can be criticized for it. But that does not mean that that person that you are criticizing deserves to lose a platform. Because that's essentially what canceling is.
Yeah. Unless they legitimately deserve to lose that platform.
And saying slurs, not a really good reason to lose a platform.
Yeah. And also, I just want to, since I said that I'd be bringing up Stovia again, I might as well do it. I just want to. We're just gonna talk about their defenses, I guess.
Hmm. You go.
Let's choose. All right, let's choose a defense. I've
They're in
seen
hell. That's probably the most scuffed defense.
next to fictional characters. Here's the thing. That logic does not apply here. We are not in hell,
Yeah.
and even hell has to have standards.
And even then, they say the ship doesn't want to be canon, and the whole "it's there in hell" defense just completely contradicts that. If you don't want to be
It
canon, then being in hell, that's just an exact, yeah.
let's see. What's another argument? All right. I've seen people try to claim that Sylvia shippers are being harassed.
Yeah. They are. And, in my opinion, they deserve it. But that's just my opinion. But I can't say that because apparently you can't have opinions on Twitter. Opinions don't exist on Twitter. Opinions don't exist with anyone who ships people at this point. Next defense.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of another one that people have like brought up time and time again. I guess I've seen some people mention that, in some places the age of consent is like 16 or something, and via is 17.
Well, I mean, yeah, but gotta think of a way to talk this back.
Without going on a full Cussfield rant.
The thing is, like, yeah, in some places, sure, but not in all places. There's some places where the age of consent is 14. And even if it is technically over the age of consent, it's still 20. So, you can't really back off that. Sorry.
Yes. And it's like you hear all these people crying about, oh, you're harassing us. Or, oh, they're fictional characters and all that shit. Like, okay, no matter
Claiming
how you slice. Go ahead and speak, Dick.
claiming harassment is the dumbest thing when it comes to Stovia shippers, because you realize that the people who create the Stovia account are the people who literally argue with people and refresh their timeline until they get a new point to argue back with. Like, Sans Cypher is literally the type of person who who searches Stovia and harasses people because they don't like it. You cannot argue harassment. That is just not valuable, and I've already said that, but I think that just illustrates my point clearly.
Since we're talking about this, I just want to give a little funny tidbit. The last name of Octavia's voice actor is literally Weed.
Weed. Nice. I wonder when Octavia's gonna get into weed. I wonder if the voice actor does weed.
What were we talking about? Alright,
Jerking off to fridges.
Shitty arguments. I guess what we can say is just stop.
Yeah. I guess their main point, and you see this on most of the shipping accounts, is that they say that the ship doesn't want to be canon, just accepted. Why do you want it to be accepted? You've created your own little community of shitty Stovia shippers who like that weird shit.
Yeah, why
So,
not just create your own little subreddit?
so why do you want it to be accepted by the entire Hazbin community? Because that ain't happening anytime soon. Why not
Yeah,
have your own little sub community and just keep your shit to yourself? So I don't
yeah,
have to
that's the
see it
that's
on
the
my
point I
timeline
made
anymore.
earlier. It's like if you fuck, I lost my train of thought. If you don't want to see the shit critiquing you, then you can't really be crying about it because that's on you. You started this shit. People are telling you, both directly and indirectly, that they do not want people like you here.
Yeah.
Get the hint and get the fuck out of the Hell of a Boss community, because there is no room for you here.
Yeah.
Only one can survive in this community, and it's definitely not going to be incest shippers. I think I think one other thing that I thought of that we can talk about is, you remember how when we originally did the recording for that collab that fell through about a Stovia account that actually turned out to be a minor?
Yeah.
So I guess we can sort of talk about that
I
now,
don't I don't
since
have that audio anymore, but I remember there was one of the Stovia accounts that recreated. I don't know if that was the official account. I think it
it
actually
was a
might have been
recreate.
an imposter. Yeah. Is like it it's so stupid and so hypocritical because that account tweeted that they were a minor and that I remember they got into a drama with someone who was arguing with them about Stovia, and they called them a pedo and said that they were a minor. And that's already bad enough if you say you're a minor and you're posting, Stovia and just general, like, porn. So that's already bad enough. But what I think is worse is that they say in like a couple tweets later that they aren't a minor. So these are two very conflicting statements. And here's a top hat moment. It's a hypocrisy moment. And I just think it's so funny seeing the absolute dumb fucking shit. They can't justify themselves, and I think it's funny.
I'm just on the verge of throwing up right now, and I'm hoping that I do. Because I legit searched up Stovia on Twitter to find some shit to talk about, because I was running out of shit to talk about, and I legit found a drawing by Rishnax.
Yuck.
I do not want to know what it is, trust me.
Oh, right. Let's go after Sandcipher again. Because he pleads
Let's
harassment. He pleads harassment, so let's harass him. Why the fuck not? Hassan
go ahead
Cypher
and
just in general is a hypocrite. All the way through, he doesn't just have a top hat on his head. No, he is wearing a fucking onesie that just is the top hat emoji. This is way
he is
more
the
than a top hat.
CEO. He is the CEO of a company that manufactures top hats.
Yes, he is the peak of top hat moment hypocrisy. On one hand, and I believe his pinned tweet says that he is a moralist. Yet in his bio and everywhere else on his account, he says ban all minors. Isn't ageism one of the key no-nos of moralism?
That is what I said.
And not
You
only
literally
that,
just copied me verbatim.
but not even that. I believe Sandcipher also puts on their thing that they are asexual. Now, I'm not going to, I don't want to judge or anything, but I do believe that being asexual is not sexual attraction. So, if you post sexual provocative art or you defend it, yet you say you're asexual. Ooh. And I remember in an argument with Sans Cypher, the tweet's deleted now, he said that he was into it. He wants to see it, or at least that's what I had. So, you can't. You're a hypocrite. That's what you are. You are peak top hat moment. You say you're asexual, yet you also claim that you're into to sexually to sexual art. It's just dumb.
Where's where's that clip from your old video where you basically had that one song and you just had "hypocrite" in the background?
I actually still have that. I could probably fucking post it. I'll just post it in the fucking in the general because I still have it.
Like, let's talk about more Stovia defenders.
Okay.
Who's another person that ships Stovia that's went after us?
Uh, don't remember.
But yeah, I think I remember the original Stovia acceptation account going after one of my friend's tweets who posted a meme. You know that meme about what the fuck is it? Stolas holding up the sign saying "Stop shipping me and my daughter." Like above
Yeah,
that tweet, my friend, she literally had "Yes, please stop," and Stovia just retweeted that shit saying, "No, I will not stop."
bruh. Yeah, it's stupid. I remember one time I saw them saying that a really poorly structured fucking meme. It was that I don't really understand what's from. It was like, please respect our ship. What gives you the right to criticize our ship? Respect us, please. It was also like really grammar fucked. I don't like grammar Nazis. I just think it's funny to make fun of their shitty grammar when they're trying to defend something like this. You can make fun of my grammar all I want. I don't really give a shit. It's just you gotta at least if you're making a defense, you gotta at least structure your shit better. But it was like, respect my ship. What gives you the right? Please stop criticizing my ship. Here's the thing. I can criticize whatever the fuck I want, and no, but you should not have a problem with that. So, yeah. And also, what makes you think I have to respect shit? I don't have to respect it. So, yeah, no. I thought that was really fucking dumb. It's like, oh, you can't criticize us. How dare you? How dare you do such an act? You can criticize me just as much as I criticize you. I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah. So guess what I just found out about
What?
Charlifer.
Chartalifer?
Yes,
Who Lif? Who?
Charlie and Lucifer.
Oh.
Problematic as hell.
How old is Charlie?
Charlie's like what, 300?
Oh. It's not as bad then.
It's just incest.
At this point, I don't really care about the incest. It's just the fact that it's technically child porn, just not realistic enough to be jail time.
Unfortunately.
I
I don't know if that's
posted
a good or bad thing. On the one hand, it's not realistic enough to be an actual child. On the other hand, not giving him jail
on the
time.
other hand, you get a pass, but that still doesn't excuse you. Anyone is still open to criticism, regardless of what your belief is.
Mm,
I posted the hypocrite thing in chat.
nice.
I need to
I
redo
think.
that one.
Oh shit. We have a rational person on Twitter.
Of course.
Oh yeah, of course. Sand Cipher popped onto them.
Irrational person on Twitter, and Sandcipher goes, "Oh, fuck you, bitch."
You know what? I might message them after this episode and ask them about what exactly happened because I've had encounters with them before. I think I can relate to them on a personal level. Here's the thing: the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That means the enemy of Sandcipher. They're all my friends.
Yes. Jesus.
This shit is really fucked. You got anything more you want to say on this whole shitty situation?
No, not really.
I might as well just. Fuck. I might as well just think about something to say. You just keep providing us with free ASMR, I guess.
These cheeses are fucking good. Go subscribe to Dippy147 for some insanely great content.
Subscribe to me as well.
No, fuck you.
You're my best friend, bruh.
I jack off to a fridge better than you could.
Fucking fridge, man. Alright, I might as well just talk out of the blue. I don't get the fucking hate behind people that are like antis or whatever.
Yeah.
In fact, I actually gotta search up what an antis is.
And
I don't know what
antis.
a person opposed to a particular policy, activity, or idea.
Fuck.
Yeah, I've heard people calling me that. I'm not an anti by any means.
He's
I'm
also
neither
not
pro
an
nor anti.
SJW.
Yes, I fucking hate SJWs.
Believe it or not.
Fuck you,
I
Heather
would
Angela.
know. Fuck SJWs. Oh yes, because you hate incest, therefore you are an SJW.
I think. Oh, thank God, there's somebody who actually commented on my video that's a rational person.
Epic.
Yeah, I've heard people calling me an anti because I hate that shit. I hate Stovia. Here's the thing, I am not an anti and I am not a pro. I am neutral on shipping. While I may ship some things, like, for example, what is it? Chaggy.
Which is an unproblematic ship.
Yes, I only ship consensual shit. That does not make me an anti. If I hate on Stovia or Charlifer or certain Charlister shippers, that does not make me an anti.
Here's the thing, even if you don't argue against Stovia and you just don't like the ship because you don't like it, that does not mean you're an anti. I remember people go to people who simply just don't like the ship and harass them, even if they aren't arguing against it. It's so stupid. Jesus.
Yeah, this shit's a mess, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all we really have for this episode, I guess. Subscribe to Dippy.
Dippy147, link in the description. You better put that fucking link in there, or I'm gonna commit mass murder.
Yeah, bet. I'll put it in the description. How about that? And
Nice.
subscribe to Noreski Quartza as well, because I'm the one that made this fucking video.
Bye. What? How do you do the intro for the podcast? I have no clue.
I guess we just say our goodbyes and all that shit. I don't know. I don't podcast for a living.
Bye.
I'm not Ben Shapiro. Anyways, goodbye, Gem Shards. Go ahead and subscribe, like the video, all that fucking shit. I fucking hate still.
Peed on a bird and it chirped at me. His name was Stephanie fucked a tree. I peed in the toilet